Hi, I'm Doron Chitiz, and we will be learning today in memory of my baby brother, Captain Yaron Chitiz, who fell in Gaza, in the end of December. We'll learn the first Mishnah Pirkei Avot, starting with the word Moshe for the letter Mem. Moshe kibel Torah miSinai, u'musara liYoshua. Moshe received the Torah at Har Sinai from Hashem. Hashem passed the Torah unto him. U'musara liYoshua, and Yoshua learned the Torah after Moshe taught it to him. Yoshua lizkenim, Yoshua passed the Torah on to the next generation, to the elders, was kenim and Nevi'im, and they passed it on to the prophets. Nevi'im esarua la'anshe knesset hagdola. The prophets passed the Torah on to the men of the great assembly, these important men who were instrumental in creating so many other things we have today, the words of Tefillah, Purim, and many things that they did to ensure that we can learn Torah, that we can pass the tradition on to the next generations as well. These people, הם אמרו שלושה דברים, the three things that the men of the great assembly, אנשי כנסת הגדולה, taught. Number one, הוו מתונים בדין, be patient in justice. Number two, והעמידו תלמידים הרבה, make sure you teach many students and disciples. Number three, ועשו סייג לתורה, make a fence to the Torah. There are many things that we can understand from what they taught us, but הוו מתונים בדין, even though they're meant for judges, there's a message for all of us. We should always, before we judge other people, we should have all the information, we should ask the questions, we should have all the facts before we judge others. And then maybe we'll judge them in not such a harsh way. We now in Aseret Yemei Tshuva, the time where we want Hashem to judge us favorably, we should judge others favorably, and Hashem in turn will Bezat Hashem judge us too that way. You should have many students, and you should be helpful in transferring the Torah, transmitting it from one generation to the next. With many students you can do that. Make a fence for the Torah. Don't always be on the edge, the last minute. Make sure you have certain checks and balances for you to be responsible, to not do the wrong thing. One of the classic cases for a fence for the Torah is, for example, muktzeh. If you can't touch a pen on Shabbat, you won't write it with it at all. And that's one of the ways to make a fence of the Torah. And we all should make fences in areas where we know that we might struggle a bit in. And thinking of my brother, Yaron, number one, first thing that comes to mind is Yaron in his army service was a commander to many new recruits, to many new soldiers, and he taught so many soldiers how to be a soldier, the importance of serving the Israeli army, the great zchut, the privilege, be rewriting history, where we can defend ourselves when our enemies are trying to hurt us and attack us. And when he became a commander for young new soldiers, new recruits. When he was an officer, the same. For 2 rounds, he taught new cadets how to become officers. And today, when we're looking for messages that he left in this world, for teachings, there are so many commanders today in the IDF in Tzahal that he was their teacher, and they are teaching their soldiers how to be like him. And he always smiled. He took things in such a positive way that connected a lot to Evu Mutunim Badin. Before you judge, don't be so harsh. Smile. See the other person. Be kind. And this is a kindness that he taught his soldiers who are not teaching us forward to others, that we can all see ourselves in some way as students of the soldiers who fell. And from Yaron, the sentence that we put on his sticker, and as you see, I accept by myself to love. So the line of a song that he really liked, and he really loved everyone. People that you would naturally think would be different to him, would be a different type of people to him, and he had love and care and devotion. His soldiers loved him, his commanders loved him, and we can be a lot more like Yaron, using love to be patient in justice, and in turn creating many students, people that can learn from us, and we can learn from Yaron as well. The final part of the Mishnah is Vasu Siyag Torah, make a fence for the Torah. Yaron was very professional. It's important for him to do things the right way, and creating a fence is a way we do that. And Yaron was really every Shulchan Shabbat, every Shabbat table with him. He used to give a Dvar Torah. It was important to him. The last Shabbat that he came back home, it was the last Shabbat of his life, and we were talking, we were eating. No one knew it was the last Shabbat of his life, but at some point he knocked on the table. And he said, "Ein matzav shebe'Aza sharim yoter zmirot Shabbat mipo." It can't be that in Gaza we sing so much, so many songs, and here we're not singing. We started singing and singing and singing. He was the youngest of the 5 siblings, but he brought lots of laughter, lots of song, lots of professionalism into wherever he was. And at Shabbat table, I'll never forget. And the song that he brought into the world means that now he has so many students in the world. There are thousands of families that sing Zmirot Shabbat every single week in memory of Yaron and other soldiers. And B'ezrat Hashem, we should all merit to live a life that's really, really worth living. Our soldiers gave their life up for us, and we should remember them. And in this Mishnah, we should remember to smile and be kind and patient to others. We should do everything that people would want to learn from us, leading by example. And make sure in our lives, in any area where we struggle, where it's difficult for us, make these little fences, make a way to improve. And being a certain Mechova, all we want to do is improve and be better. May we merit to live a life in memory of all these soldiers, these wonderful young men and women who led the way in how to sanctify Hashem's name in this world. And B'ezrat Hashem, we should have a great year for B'sorot Tovot, of good news, of refuah, of health, of parnasah, of financial stability. And we should all be able to enjoy and receive all Hashem's beautiful gifts in this world. And never forget our soldiers who led the way and taught us how to be the people that we could be. Everybody, we all have a Shana Tova and B'tukah.